But I also want to throw a different team out there with you
Mhm.
guys, the team that we haven't discussed too much, if at all. I know we are long gone removed from uh, Matt Stafford and the Rams, pretty much adding a bunch of stars and all that kind of stuff like that. So they're not a team that I expect to do much, but I'll tell you there is a team that did win a Super Bowl recently.
Seattle.
No.
No?
There is a team that
Oh.
has won a Super Bowl
Mm.
recently. Nobody's
Tampa Bay.
talking about, and it's because the GOAT retired. And I think when you look at their roster construction, they still have a boatload of talent on that team. And I feel like that is a roster that could still uplift the quarterback that they do have in Baker Mayfield. The Tampa Bay
I'm sorry, Malik
Buccaneers.
Wright has faith in Baker Mayfield.
Malik
Clip
Wright
it,
has-
cut it,
Malik
post
Wright-
it right now.
Malik Wright has faith.
Believe in Baker
Malik Wright has faith in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster.
and
Malik-
Baker Mayfield.
I think that they still have their guys. They still have Godwin. They still have Evans. Listen, that team is still very talented. Devin White is going to be playing like a man on a mission. Levante David is still in the fold. I mean, listen, I think people are acting like this team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, is ready to roll over and die. Let me remind you guys, they're in a weak ass division. The Buccaneers can win this division. The Buccaneers can win this division. They're dealing with a rookie quarterback and Bryce Young, who I think is a game manager at best for his rookie year. They're dealing with they're dealing with the New Orleans Saints with Derek Carr. Come on now. They're playing up
that
against
team.
the Atlanta Falcons.
Hang on.
No,
I'm
gonna keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna bounce back.
They're playing up against the Atlanta
Ooh.
Falcons. I just think when you look at it, I still think there is something to be said for a team that has been there before. This, mind you, Tom Brady might be retired, but in large part, the team that they won a Super Bowl with is still in place.
Sure.
And everybody's acting like this team is ready to roll over and die. I think that this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team can win this division. I think this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team will win this division. And I think this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, if they get in the playoffs, can come out of the NFC. I think they're that good.
You
still.
think they can come out of the NFC?
Yes, I do.
Well, let me
do.
add one thing. Dave Canales, they add him as the offensive coordinator. He helps turn Geno Smith around last year. So that's a counterpoint. It's a fair point to you. One concern that I have, though, with Baker Mayfield, a quarterback, I think you really need to
I have a lot of concerns with Baker
Well,
Mayfield.
as do I.
But
As do I.
right. But their run game was really bad last year.
Their offensive line has gotten
Their
worse,
offensive
too.
line
Yes.
also very, very bad as well. So if there's a concern that I have, it's going to be you really need a run game to help prop up Baker Mayfield. The receivers are there, absolutely, but you need a run game and an offensive line to help with that. Not sure they have it.
I got to battle back against this Falcons hate real quick. Go ahead, Daniel.
Before
what
we
you
get
got?
there, I want to say two parts. One, I love the talent they have on defense. It's consistent. It's consistent. You look at the cornerbacks, Carlton Davis, Jamal Dean still
Excellent
there.
cornerback room.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Their secondary is amazing.
Antoine Winfield Jr. still there. And you look at their entire defense. Vita Vea, top 10 defensive tackle. Devin White had one of the worst years I've
Devin
seen
White
from him
is
last year.
not good, guys.
He was
We
bad
gotta give
last
up.
year.
He's been bad altogether.
Yes.
He had 1 year he was good rushing the passer. That was it. They wasn't even good as a linebacker.
But
I'm sorry. I got to battle back against Devin White. Go ahead. Sorry.
But at the end of the day,
Kalijah Cansey.
if he's their third best linebacker on their team, that's not terrible. Kalijah Cansey, Shaq Barrett, Joe Tyron. It's good.
No,
It's
they
good.
got a good defense, but you got to be able to score points too. And if Baker Mayfield can't get the ball because either he's getting pressure from the offensive line or because he's been Baker Mayfield for the last 2.5, 3 years and not the Baker Mayfield of his rookie season,